Good evening, this is Fox 13 News and I am Jasmine Vann. And it's history in the making here in the Mid-South, and the city of Memphis will pack the stands of the Grindhouse Sunday night to witness it as the Grizzlies take on the Los Angeles Clippers in Game 1 of the playoff series. Fox 13's Marcus Hunter has more. After one of the best seasons in Grizzlies history, they entered the first round of the playoffs against the LA Clippers. Last year, the Grizzlies were just happy to get into the playoffs. This year, they're looking for a championship. I'm here in Marshall County where police are on a manhunt for Jerome Totten. Now, he's wanted for several burglaries and a string of church burglaries in the Marshall County area. Police say he was last spotted in an open field walking with no shirt on. One county district and 6 suburbs that want their own. Why is that a problem? Well, there's a law that says that's too many. We'll have more on the story coming up. See Coach Josh Pastner speak on civility and sportsmanship, 2 values the university hopes to instill in their students as well as their athletes. Mayor A.C. Warden and officials come here to celebrate the groundbreaking renaming of the Claiborne home development. It's an emotional and joyful celebration here at New Olivet Baptist Church as churchgoers and friends of the late Kenneth T. Whalum come to celebrate his life and legacy. Family and residents of Memphis came out to support city officials as they celebrated the renaming ceremony for the latest housing redevelopment. 58 years in the making, Mayor A.C. Warden and officials come here to celebrate the groundbreaking renaming of the Claiborne home development.
1, 2, 3.
To pay for the $93 million project, the Memphis Housing Authority has been awarded a $22 million federal grant along with state, local, and private funds to revitalize Claiborne homes. Some attending the ceremony were among the first families to move into the apartments in 1955 and is a bittersweet moment for some longtime residents.
It means a lot. I am really proud to see that this place going to be rebuilt, and I'm so glad that the Claiborne was able to keep that name.
Demolition began in 2011, and the development will include a mixture of townhomes, duplexes, 400 apartments, and an 84-unit senior housing complex.
It brings us nearer to the end of the traditional, quote, public housing, close quote, and to homes, shifting from houses to homes.
Completion of Claiborne Point at Heritage Landing is set for March 31st, 2015. Jasmine Vann, Fox 13 News. And a man is in critical condition tonight at the Med after he was shot in the chest. Officers say the 26-year-old man was shot while standing in the parking lot at La Granja Bar on Summer Avenue overnight. Well, the playoffs have started, and first up was Derrick Rose and the Bulls taking on the 76ers. Rose still getting his groove back after a season full of injuries. He fakes the 3, shoots it to Boozer, who gives it right back, and he hits the lay-in. Rose had 11 at the half. In the second, C.J. Watson fights through the 76ers D to find Noah for the slam. Bulls up 11 at the half. Fast forward to the fourth, Rose goes for a long 3 and sinks it. He shoots the bucket and keeping the Bulls alive, but bad news for the Bulls in the fourth as Rose drives and comes down holding his knee. He had to be helped off of the court, and an MRI later confirmed a torn ACL injury that'll keep him out for the rest of the season and possibly sometime next season. Despite the injury, Chicago still came out with a 103-91 win. Looks like the tips have it as the Grizzlies close out yet another close match with some last-minute heroics to save the game as the Golden State Warriors drop their 3rd straight loss.
You know, we just knew coming out that we couldn't let them do what they did to us in Golden State, point blank. Couldn't let that happen.
Grizz found themselves in the exact same situation in their last battle with the Denver Nuggets when Dante Cunningham tipped in Rudy Gay's miss with less than a second left. Tony Allen was the savior for this game as he picked up the slack when Rudy missed yet another game-winning shot with 5.6 seconds left on the clock.
Like I said, Rudy Gay, he caused so much attention when he pulling up because, he didn't hit so many game winners. You know, we just made plays down the stretch defensively, and it resulted in a game-winning shot by Tony Allen.
Monte Ellis came back strong after recovering from a hyperextended knee. He dropped 33 against the Grizz, and Stephen Curry led the team with 36. But the Warriors couldn't stop the Grizzlies as they grinded it out for the win. Grit and grind. The theme of tonight's game, and two things the Memphis Grizzlies had a lot of as they battled it out in a one-point win against the Golden State Warriors. Gay led Memphis with 19 points, O.J. Mayo off the bench with 18, and Mark Gasol added 17 points and 13 rebounds.
We bench mob, and that's our job, you know.
The 104-103 victory gives the Grizz their fourth straight win and some much-needed momentum as they prepare for their final two matchups before the All-Star break. They are now 18-14 on the season and ranked number 6 in the Western Conference. The Grizz are back in action this week with a doubleheader. They face the Rockets at Houston on Monday and return to the Forum on Tuesday against the 76ers. Jasmine Vann, Fox 13 Sports.